Right, are we good? Are we live? I hope we are. Welcome back to the Football Chat Live. Hello all. We are continuing our coverage of the Euros today. Spain versus Georgia. We just had a cracker as England just about edged past Slovakia. Apologies for the advert. As you can tell, a little bit put together at the end here as we get prepared for this final game of the evening. Didn't have much time between the England game and now, but very excited for this one. Hopefully we can see a good game of football. Hopefully it doesn't drag as much as that last game did. But I'm excited. I think Spain have been one of the best teams to watch at this tournament. I think that Georgia are more than capable of providing an upset. We saw that in their game against Portugal, obviously beating them there. So hopefully this game will be a win as well. Or a good one as well, I mean. Obviously that last game did drag a little bit. But yeah, should be a good one, this game. Anyway. Rob, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Nick Knack, Yellowstone, Victoria. Great to see all of you guys. Rob asking what the fuck happened in the last game. Always been my go. Thank you, Rob. But yeah, good game. No, it wasn't. It's awful. England were absolutely terrible. Just about got it over the line. Thank the Lord. Now we're on to Spain. Hopefully we can retract to some much better football. Hopefully it is a good game. Poll is very split, says Harry. 6 votes already. 50% going the way of Georgia. So the upset being back this evening, fair enough. But yeah, should be good. Rob saying, Jack, by the way, check the fantasy. I had Kane, Bellingham and Gurhey. Very nice. I had Kane and Bellingham and I had Kane captained. So, not too bad. Not too bad there. But yeah. I'm knackered. But we will be getting on with the show. Spain versus Georgia. And let's have a look at the lineups for Spain tonight. In goal, it is Unai Simon. No change there. A back four of Carvajal, Lenormand, Laporte and Cucurella. In the middle three, it's Pedri, Rodri and Fabian Ruiz. And a front three of Lamine Yamal, captain Alvaro Morata and Nico Williams. A really nice Spain team. They played some beautiful football throughout the group stages and they are strong favourites for this evening's game. As for Georgia, it is a 5-3-2 in goal. Georgi Marmadashvili, the saviour for Georgia from a lot out of the group stage. In the back five, Kakabadze, Gvelesiani, Captain Kashia, Dvali and Lokoshvili. In the midfield three, Chakvatadze, Kiteshvili and Kokorashvili. And a front two, Mika Tadze and Kvaratskelia. So, yeah, a really decent team. They've put on some good performances in this tournament. But the question mark is, are Spain just a level above what they're able to compete against? They took the game to Portugal, but Portugal rotated heavily and were already through. So, not really representative. Hopefully, we can see a similarly difficult game for Spain, though. If Georgia can put up that fight, that'll be interesting. But Nick Knack doesn't think they can. Going 6-0 Spain, fair enough. Nick Knack saying that no team's ever won by more than 5 goals in the European Championships before. Fair enough. Obviously, in qualifying, I believe it was where Spain put 7 past Georgia when they won 7-1. So it's not impossible, but I don't think they'll get battered. I think it'll be a bit tighter than that. We'll have to roll straight into predictions tonight. We don't have much time. I'm going to say Spain 3, Georgia 0. A fairly comprehensive victory, but they're not going to blow them out the water or anything like that. It'll be a relatively... I think Georgia will keep it relatively quiet for the first 30 minutes. I think eventually Spain will find a breakthrough. And then second half they'll find another 2 and they'll take control of the game, really. I think Spain will win, whatever happens here. I can't see a Georgia win, personally. Chat very much disagreeing with me, though. 50% saying Spain now, but 38% adamant with Georgia tonight. And then 12% going extra time or penalties. Should be good. Akil, welcome to stream as well. Good to see you. But yeah, I'm excited. Hopefully this game is a bit better than the one we've just watched, because the England game disappointed massively. England were terrible, as I'm part Spanish as well. This is now moving on to my second side. Hopefully they can be better than the England team. Come on, Cucurella says, Drelor, good to see you again, mate. Harry says 3-0 Spain. Just copying my prediction now. Disgraceful. But yeah, I think hopefully we either see a really tight one where Georgia put on a fight, or Spain play really well. That's what I want to see. Some good football, a good game. Should be good. AJ said, let's go. Yes, welcome to the stream, AJ. Good to see you. Hopefully we have a good game ahead of us here. I think we will. I think whatever happens here, it can't be as bad as the one we've just watched. Because either Spain are going to play well and it's going to work, or they're going to try and play well, but Georgia will match them. And that will be interesting to watch then, Spain try and break them down. But yeah, I can't see this being dull. I really can't. No Georgia game at this tournament has been dull yet. No Spain game at this tournament has been dull yet. We're either going to see a giant upset or a really good performance. So it's a win-win, isn't it? But yeah, and Spain have been the best team to watch this tournament, I'd say. Just really good on the ball. One of the best teams to watch. They move the ball at such a great pace, such a high tempo. It's impossible to stop, or at least has been for every team in the group. Now, so it was kind of exciting though, the last game. It was the extra time. I don't think it helps. I've got a banging headache, and yeah, I've had a very long day. But regardless, I'm excited for this final game. We're going to battle through it, and hopefully it's an exciting one. And I'll forget I've got a headache and feel fantastic. That would be ideal. But yeah, Victoria says hi. Good to see you, Victoria, and thank you for joining us for the last game of the evening. The 4th round of 16 tie of Euro 2024. Remember, we've still got 4 to go. We're live for every single match of this tournament. So no excuses. France-Belgium tomorrow. It'll be Harry and a guest. If anyone watched Albania-Croatia, Archie's coming back on. And then tomorrow evening, I don't know if it'll be me and Harry or just me. I'm not sure yet. But Portugal versus Slovenia. Should be good. Anyway, it'll be Spain to get us started here this evening in Cologne. Once the referee is happy to start. Alvaro Morata knocks it back and we're underway. Spain hoping to build on really strong tournament. I'm struggling to speak. Really good group stage for Spain. They played some really nice stuff. They'll be hoping to build on that. As for Georgia, well, they've set up well in the games against the big sides they've had so far. Can they do that again tonight? So, Spain settling into possession. Marc Cucurella. Forward pass not on, so goes back across to Laporte. Now Lenormand. Here is Carvajal. Yeah, it says Georgia keeper would have to play a blinder tonight. Well, to be fair, there's any goalkeeper back to play a blinder. It is Georgian Mamardashvili. Such a strong goalkeeper. Nico Williams takes on Kakabadze, puts it into the box. It's a little bit messy, and Georgia do get away with the ball, and they're going to try and bring it forwards. Good ball in, though. Again, we're seeing that directness from Nico Williams. He took on Kakabadze, took it past the man, and created a really good opportunity. Laporte out wide to Danny Carvajal. Now Rodri composed on the ball, finds Aymeric Laporte. And now Marc Cucurella. Nico Williams does well there to avoid that defender. They switch from left to right. Here's Lamine Yamal. Now back to Lenormand. Laporte. Ball drilled across the pitch, finding Danny Carvajal. In towards Pedri, flick to Fabian. Turns, shoots, blocked. And that looked a little bit suspect. I imagine that hit his body, but Luis de la Fuente making the claim that was his arm. No Spanish players are, which is a bit odd. I would expect them to be, even if they don't think it is themselves, you've got to call for that, surely. Yes, in the chat saying penalty should have been. If there is any penalty in there, I think they will go back and look at it. Of course, VAR. Nico Williams. Sorry, Lamine Yamal. Forced back to Danny Carvajal. Here is Rodri. Now Spain will look to come down this left-hand side. Laporte. Nico Williams. That's a good ball into a good area. Headed away, though, by Cassia. And Spain quickly getting the game going again. Laporte. Here is Marc Cucurella. Aymeric Laporte. Spain are just so good in possession. Cucurella, that's definitely a foul from Kakabadze. Advantage played. They pick out Pedri to Nico Williams. Lovely footwork. Can he put the ball in the box? He does. Lamine Yamal unable to get there, and that is deemed as a foul. Or is it offside? I believe it's offside in there. Really nice football though. Spain already looking really strong. I mean, this is a great ball through. I think Pedri was slightly offside there. He was. Good call from the lino, in fairness. So this was that early penalty shout, I think. It's a bit clumsy in there. Kocharashvili trying to clear it away. Tangle of legs between him and Alvaro Morata. It would have been a silly penalty, and Spain weren't even protesting it. So I think that's what Yellowstone might have been calling for in chat, to be fair, rather than the later one. Rodri heads it forwards. But personally, I can't see that being a penalty. It'd be a soft one and it would ruin this game. Rodri. Now Yamal. Oh, he looks so good as he's driving that ball forwards. Plays it to Dani Carvajal. Drills it in there. Touched on by Pedri. Saved well by Mamardashvili. A nice work Spain move. Forcing a save out of Mamardashvili. And Pedri just couldn't get much contact behind that. Was stretching to reach it in the first place. But yeah, nice move from Spain. Almost capped off with a goal. Now, it says problem for Georgia is they can't get out. It's going to be constant Spain pressure. Yeah. And it's somewhat similar to the Germany game, but Denmark eventually managed to turn the tide. The problem is Georgia are lower quality, and I think Spain are even better in possession than Germany are. And Spain could just keep recycling. We saw it in the Croatia game, really, how Croatia just couldn't get out. Whatever they did, they just couldn't. If they cleared it long, Spain would be there to win the header. If they tried to play out from the back, Spain would press them and win it high. There's just no way to prevent them. Nico Williams, lovely flick to Cucurella. Not a bad ball in. Lamine Yamal will try and keep that alive. Headed away, but that is going to drop for Dani Carvajal. Now Pedri. Here is Yamal. Ball inside to Rodri, who can take a touch. Finds Fabian. Fabian wider into Nico Williams. Williams brings that under his control. Can he make something happen? Ball in. It's dealt with and then cleared away in there by Chakvetadze. And now Spain on the cosh a little bit, but Laporte gives it to Lenormand. It's back now with Unai Simon. He's comfortable with the ball at his feet, and Spain can come forwards once again. Rodri into Marc Cucurella. Has Williams as a wide option. We'll use Nico Williams now. And that's good defending there from Kakabadze. Doesn't dive in. Makes a firm challenge. Pedri. Now Lenormand. Ball wide into Lamine Yamal. And that is an ambitious ball in towards the box. Was looking for Alvaro Morata. Doesn't quite come on. Doesn't quite come off, sorry. But yeah, Spain already showing the quality they possess. Some really nice football. Getting some shots away. Getting possession in high areas. Just unable so far to turn that into anything clear-cut. So now Georgia will look to try and play some football here. Diwali lifting that towards Kvaratskhelia. Kocharashvili. Mikhail Tadze. Now Chakvetadze plays it wide. Kakabadze wants to take on Marc Cucurella here, but Cucurella does really well and draws the foul. Really good defending from Cucurella, to be fair. Gary says, just dropping in to say Georgia will score first on the counter. Enjoy the game. Thank you for hopping in, Gary. Now it says Nico Williams going for the Zaha look. There's rumours Zaha might be coming back to the Premier League. With who? Ipswich. Ipswich seems to be signing loads of random players, so that would be my best prediction. I can't see him come back to Palace. That would be odd. Yeah, Nico Williams. Similar hairstyle to Wilfred Zaha. I think a player with a bit more quality, though. Obviously, he's not doubting the ability of Zaha, but Williams has a bit more potential, I'd say. Laporte. Williams. Pedri. Back out to Nico Williams. Cucurella puts it in there. Cleared away by Georgia. Corner for Spain now. This is really nice football. Marc Cucurella getting a ball in there. Almost managed to cut it back to Fabian. Spain, though, already showing their superiority in this early stages, of this game. Here is Lamine Yamal. Now Williams. That's a good ball in. It's headed away, though, by Cassia. Georgia looking to break away. Fabian, though, heading that down. Cucurella going to retrieve it, recovering that ball. Fabian. Knocks it wide. Dani Carvajal just chipping it forwards, headed away in there. Rodri unable to win it. Chakvatadze doing well in there. Lenormand and sending that back to goalkeeper Mamardashvili. Kukureya. Now Pedri. Back to Mark Kukureya. Aymeric Laporte knocks it wide. Nico Williams now wants to take on Kakabadze. Mark Kukureya. Laporte. Back to Kukureya. And here is Kukureya again, finding Fabian. Tries to put the ball in there. And that comes off one of the defenders there. I think it's the centre-half who didn't feature in any of the other games. Oh no, sorry, it's the midfielder, Kiteshvili. Another one who I don't think played in either of the opening matches. Might have played the last game. Ball in from Nico Williams, headed on, and that is safe well, and then pushed away from goal by Georgia. Big stop by Mamardashvili, cleared away by Kasia. Spain almost finding a breakthrough here. It's a well executed routine. Lenormand headed it goalwards, saved well by Mamardashvili. Here's Yamal, can't quite make something happen, but that will be out for a Spain throw. Already Spain playing some really nice football. And Georgia looking a little bit lost out there. They've defended well so far, but you think the longer this goes on, the more difficult it becomes for Georgia to hold on. Laporte, Rodri. Ball through. Pedro has to flick it on. It's cleared away. Fabian. Rodri knocks it wide. Lamine Yamal tries to put it inside. Nico Williams will keep it alive. Going to come inside now, Williams, and that is deflected wide. Another shot for Spain. Another corner for Spain. Now it says Kukureya looks right at home playing in this Spain side. Yeah. He's clearly a very good player. I think he's still got a place to play. Still got a part to play at Chelsea next season with Enzo Maresca. Pedri winning it back as Georgia tried to counter. Rodri out wide to Laporte, who stayed high here. Now Pedri. Switches the play. Yamal and Williams both on this right flank. Lamine Yamal coming forwards. Gives it back to Nico Williams. Now Carvajal. Rodri. Nice ball into Mark Kukureya. Laporte. Rodri. Finds Danny Carvajal. Ball whipped in, smashed away by Diwali. Carvajal heads it down. Rodri. Just managing to lift that to Laporte. Williams. Now it's with Mark Kukureya. Nico Williams again plays it inside. Rodri, Kukureya. Laporte. Carvajal. Now Lamine Yamal. Tries to play it inside. Flicked on by Pedri. Struck by Fabian. It's stopped. Rodri. Mark Kukureya. To Nico Williams. Williams goes up for the shot. It's blocked again. And then headed out of play. It is all Spain in the opening 12 minutes here. Gary says Spain don't need to play their right wing at left back. That's for sure. Very true. It's a really strong start though for Spain. Georgia struggling to offer much of a confrontation. Ball in again. And there's a little over-aggressive in there. Lenormand trying to throw himself at the ball to win the header, but he catches Kocharashvili. And so that will be a stoppage for a head injury. Wild from Lenormand, never getting to that ball. Understandable. How does Spain make him look incredible defensively as well? Who? Oh, what, Mark Kukureya? Yes. I had to read back through chat. But yeah, this is really good from Williams. She looks so dangerous. He darts inside with the ball. Nissa lost that chance. It was actually Carvajal who got the flick on, not Lenormand. And it just didn't drop in there. Really good from Cashier to get it out. Gary just feels like this could be a massacre, 6-0 or something. That's exactly what Knick-Knack said. Gary, fair enough. Great minds think alike. I can't see it being 6. I think even if Spain were to get to 3, they're not going to be then going hell for leather to go and get to 6 goals. They'll tone it down. It's a knockout competition. Mamardashvili. Sending it long. Cucurella. Fabian. Rodri. Cucurella. Under heavy pressure, but Spain managed to play out of it. Lenormand. Laporte. Cucurella. Just carrying that ball forwards. Laporte. Cucurella. Nico Williams now. Marc Cucurella. Now here's Lamine Yamal. Tries to put a ball in, out for a corner now for Spain. I mean, Georgia backs against the wall defending so far. Harry says intrigued to see how long Georgia can hold on. Gary says Georgia haven't got out of their own box, let alone their own half. Very true. Yamal puts it in there. Laporte heads wide. Out for a Georgia goal kick. Laporte thinks that came off a Georgian player. Referee doesn't. Yeah, it did. Head it down into the Georgian centre half. And then as we cut back from the replay, a little bit of a contest here over whose throwing that is. Spain adamant it's theirs, but it has been given Georgia's way. Another foul in there then. And that will be a Georgia free kick. But too eager for the ball there, Lamine Yamal. And yeah, just catching Kocharashvili. It's going to be a long night if you're a Georgian fan. It's going to be an enjoyable night though. They're watching their side, who have reached the Euros for the first time ever, play in a round of 16 tie against probably the best team in the tournament. Enjoy the occasion. You're not going to get it again. So here comes Georgia. Kvaratskhelia. Lovely footwork. Now Georgia's Mikhail trying to change the focal point from left to right. Here's Kakabadze. Chance now for Georgia. Ball swung in there. Kvaratskhelia. It's in. It's Spain 0, Georgia 1. And I think that was an own goal, but they will not give a shit. Spain 0, Georgia 1. Coming off Lenormand, and on the break, Georgia take the lead. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Spain go behind despite dominating the early stages. They've conceded there. Lovely football. Georgia's Mikhail driving this across the field. Picks out Kakabadze in acres of space on this right-hand side. Kakabadze drives with it. It's a really nice ball in there. Lenormand caught in two minds. And ultimately ends up putting that in the back of his own net. Spain 0. Georgia 1. Does the tournament of upsets keep on giving? We saw Italy knocked out by Switzerland. England almost fell to Slovakia. And now, Spain a goal down to the ultimate minnows of this tournament, Georgia. Great ball in from Kakabadze. And turned home by Spanish defender Lenormand. Phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Completely against the run of play. And a poor pass from Rodri. They are feeling the pressure now. It's a Georgia throw, but nobody for Georgia desperate to come over and take it. Gary says, glad I stayed awake long enough to see my prediction come true. Yeah, you smashed it there, Gary. Harry can't believe it. Nick-Nack can't believe it. Ball swung in by Kakabadze and turned home by Lenormand accidentally. But now Georgia come forwards again. Our momentum is on their side as Kvaratskhelia is carrying the ball forwards here. And his touch escapes him, and now Spain will look to bring it forwards. Georgia committed numbers. But equally, Spain are deep here. Pedri. Now Fabian. Williams. Puts the ball in. Pedri lays it off to Fabian, who tries to get his feet right but can't. Carvajal. Now Lenormand. Rodri. But Spain, who haven't conceded a goal yet at this tournament, concede after 17 minutes in the round of 16 stage. No goals conceded. 5 scored. An average of about 70% possession every game in the group stage. But you turn to the knockouts and there's a different feeling. Georgia, the giant killers. They've already knocked out Czechia. They've already beaten Portugal in this tournament. Now they're hungry. They're thirsty for more blood. Can they take Spain out? Lamine Yamal. Kotcherashvili. Now Georges Mikhail-Tadze. Kukurea gets back in there. Nico Williams trying to win it back in there. And he does. And here comes Williams for Spain. Tries to come inside. One back though by Kotcherashvili. Lovely little shimmy inside and outside and inside again. But one back by Spain. Rodri loses it. Kakabadze through the legs of Williams. Plays it forwards. Ultimately stopped though as Pedri intercepts a pass forward. Fabian Ruiz. It's a bit messy, but it just pinball its way out wide to Lamine Yamal. Lotcherashvili. Oh, stops him in his tracks. Lenormand. Now saying, how good is Nico Williams? Yeah, he's phenomenal, isn't he? That's Harry says, a ridiculous talent. Struck well there by Fabian. A good save by Georgi Mamadashvili. Speaking of ridiculous talent, could Mamadashvili be the difference maker tonight? That's already 2 decent saves under his belt. We saw how influential he was in Georgia's other games in the group stage. By far and away the best performing goalkeeper at this tournament. Especially with Donnarumma out now. Here is Marc Cucurella. So this was very reminiscent of the game we've literally just watched. Where Spain, dominant, but couldn't find the goal. Georgia strike first on a counter with what is their only real opportunity of the half. To be fair, England were all over the place. Spain haven't been. Pleasure Valencia says Nick-Nack. Yeah, very good goalkeeper. Valued around 30-40 million, so could be a good pickup for a club this summer. I know Newcastle have been linked, but apparently they're turning their attention towards James Trafford with homegrown in mind. Love to see him at Chelsea. If we're going to sign a goalkeeper this summer, I know he's got some... There are some fears he's unable to play the ball at his feet, and, you know, as an elite goalkeeper that wouldn't be ideal, but he's such a good shot stopper. Pedri, Fabian, Yamal unable to carry that ball forwards. Lenormand, Danny Carvajal now. So Cucurella. Spain happy to camp in Georgia's half here. Nico Williams wants to take on Kakabadze. Force back to Marc Cucurella though. Laporte. Pedri. Flicks to Lamine Yamal. Who's going to... Oh, boy, might take aim from range there. But he tries to pass it and that is blocked. So Kvaratskhelia carries it forward for Georgia. Lotcherashvili brought down by Alvaro Morata. And that's pulled up as a foul. Yeah, Spain, despite their really strong start to today's game, despite their dominance in possession, are down by 1-0. Georgia broke quickly. And Georgia scored. Robin Lenormand, the player, putting it in his own net. Just shows how whipping the ball in the box, creating a bit of confusion, can pay dividends. And now they're in front of this game. Georgia playing with some freedom. Kvaratskhelia coming forwards. Tries to shift it to Mikhail Tadze. And does successfully. The next one back by Nico Williams. And now here comes Spain. Fabian waiting for Williams. But instead he switches it. Yamal. Headed away by Lochoshvili. Forcefully, Yamal. He stopped initially. But he does hold on to the ball. Stopped again. And out of play. He has out for a Spain throw, though, much to Chakvatadze's frustration. Carvajal. Rodri. Loses it a bit cheaply in there, but it does spill out to Pedri. Carvajal. Rodri. Tries to switch it. Kakavadze gets there, though. And Spain just not able to find that breakthrough yet. And Georgia, we're very happy with how this first 25 minutes has gone. Very happy. Never saw this coming, says Harry. Well, we didn't see Slovakia scoring early on. We definitely didn't see then England taking so long to beat them. Rodri struck from range, but Cashier gets in front of it. Georgia fighting to stop this going out for a corner. That hasn't been successful. As it's smashed away in there. And out for a corner by Gvelesiani. But yeah, that Rodri strike looked destined for goal. Or at least was going to cause Mamardashvili some issues. But blocked in there by Cashier. Mamardashvili. Flicked on there by Fabian. Back to Cucurella. Spain can settle. They've got to just get their foot on the ball and calm it down a little bit. They play at such a high tempo that the game can become a little bit frantic at times. I mean, Georgia have had 22% of the ball. They completed just 42 passes. But ultimately, one of those passes led to a goal. And that's all that matters. Fabian. Laporte. Pedri round the corner, headed on by Fabian Morata. Can't get there, falls for Pedri. Pedri strikes it, it's over the bar. Spain 0, Georgia 1. It remains as Pedri goes close. But this is a really nice exchange of passes. Falls well for Pedri. Doesn't have much time to think about it, just strikes it. Couple centimetres to the right, or about half a metre to the right. We're talking about one of the goals of the tournament. He slaps it top corner, but he just drills it wide. And in there, it is Kotarashvili? Just fighting full possession and wins it back. They're holding on well here, to be fair. Georgia and Rodri not didn't commit a foul there. Looks a little bit dubious. Yamal, Rodri, Fabian. Feeds it through. Nico Williams, that's intercepted by Gvelesiani. Such a nice flick. Really good stuff in there. Kiteshvili just seemed to add something in midfield. Morata, Pedri, Morata. Trying to play it to Yamal, but it's behind him and he falls over. Harry says, would have expected a response from Spain by now. Yeah, they've just... I don't know, if anything, that goal, rather than egging them on, has knocked the wind from their sails. It came in as they run a play. Georgia suddenly look a lot more confident, a lot more free. Yeah, it just seems to have taken a bit out of Spain. Cucurella. Fabian and Cucurella exchanging passes. Here's Rodri, who will lift that wide. Danny Carvajal gets it under his control. Now Robin Lenormand. Hey, Merrick Laporte strikes from range. It's over the bar. And again, it's not trouble in there. It's a pot shot from range from Laporte. It's not a bad shot, in fairness, but it is still a pot shot. We're seeing that replay of that goal again. You feel for Lenormand. He's given a difficult decision to make, and he doesn't really pick either of the options. You know, do you try and stop it? Do you try and clear it? He decides to try and just control it down, and, well, ultimately that didn't work. Laporte, Rodri, Pedro let that run across his body, and he'll carry it forwards now, and he's thrown down there. Oh, it's not given. Seemed a good challenge by Kitashvili. So here come Georgia. Kvaratskhelia. He tries to pass it, falls to Kvaratskhelia again, gives it to Kocharashvili, and it's dealt with, and Carvalho heads it back to Unai Simon. Big block in there from Laporte. Kvaratskhelia maybe should have gone for goal alone there. You'd imagine he had a better chance of just wrapping his foot around it and getting a better strike away, but not bad stuff at all in there from Spain. Ball wide, looking for Nico Williams. Doesn't quite come off. Kakabadze can't keep that under his control, though. Here is Rodri. Nico Williams. Rodri. Now Lamine Yamal comes inside. It's blocked. Falls to Dani Carvajal. Now Pedri. Lenormand. Nico Williams tries to come inside and can't. Now Georgia's Mikatadze. Bringing it forwards for Georgia. Lenormand comes across. Mikatadze goes inside. And while he thinks there's a penalty call in there, the referee waves it away. No doubt in his mind that Georgia's Mikatadze was looking for that and went down cheaply. Dara says, has De La Fuente been taking advice from Southgate? Based on his first 30 minutes. It's still a no, obviously. I think the thing for Spain here, and the difference between this and the England game, is Spain have had a lot of chances and decent chances. They will continue to create more chances. Eventually something's got to give. You would imagine. If not, Georgia are going to win this. But I don't think Spain have been particularly poor. Just their chances haven't gone in and they let Georgia counter-attack. They are just so high. Look at where their two centre-halves are, which are their deepest players. You can see them in shot. Ball in, headed away, and that's out for another corner. Sorry, for a throw. But they're going to make it feel like a bit more of an important set piece. Carvajal. But you can see Lenormand now is within 40 yards of the goal. Laporte. Just, on the edge of that semicircle. In the centre of the field, seeing that chance again. Mikatadze came inside. Yeah, it's definitely not a penalty. Went down cheaply. Thing is, ironically, if he doesn't try to go down to ground, there's probably a better chance he does win a penalty. It just looks too soft. If he comes inside, he's either getting a shot well being brought down by Fabian. Under pressure here are Georgia. Morata scrapping for it. Diwali deals with it. Header in there, one by Carvajal. Drops for Pedri. Again it's blocked. Rodri tries to head it down. Again it's one back in there by the unflappable Kocharashvili. Here come Georgia now. Kvaratskhelia wants to take on Dani Carvajal. He thinks he's been fouled in there, but it comes off Lenormand, I think, and out for a corner. Georgia in control. Carvalho being given the runaround by the much younger, much fitter Kavicha Kvaratskhelia. It was Carvalho just getting back in there. Lenormand and dealt with him in the initial stages. And then coming across well there. Dani Carvajal. Corner now for Kavicha Kvaratskhelia. Got a bit of height in here if they can try and make advantage of that. Ball towards the back post. Unable to connect with it, and that will be a goal kick for Unai Simon. Dara says, your commentary is exceptional. Thank you, Dara. Appreciate the praise. Yeah, those words mean a lot. Thank you. Nick Nack saying, Georgia seems to be getting better as the tournament goes on. Well, it's a weird one for Georgia, isn't it? Because Willie Sagnol only had a matter of games before this tournament. The qualifiers went really poorly. When they were given the playoff opportunity through the Nations League, they switched to a 3-4-3 shape. Well, what we see now, the 5-3-2, I mean. 3-4-3 they used intermittently, but it's more of a 3-5-2 type shape. Or 5-3-2 as it looks at the Euros. And they switch that, and they seem to just be, as every game goes on, they grow the understanding of the tactic, they grow confidence, and they probably grow belief. Kukurea has a great effort, though, denied only by Mamardashvili, and now Carvajal. But it's that belief as well, because they've beaten a few teams now. They've got a bit behind them now. They know what they're doing. Their game plan is to sit deep, soak up the pressure, jump in front of shots, and then spring on the counter when they get the chance. And yes, sometimes you need a little bit of fortune. But fortune favours the brave. The phrase in football, you make your own luck, is very fitting to Georgia. And yeah, I mean, Mamardashvili has been absolutely exceptional throughout this tournament. So Lamine Yamal now, ball into the box. Oh, well, it's a pretty pathetic attempt there from Laporte. He was low. He thinks he was dragged down. Referee hearing none of his complaints. Stone says, when Pep Guardiola has a difficult decision, he asks himself what would Southgate do. Yeah, and then does the opposite. But yeah. Nick Knight says, Kukurea could not have hit that any sweeter. It was well driven, and again, Mamardashvili, for me, best goalkeeper of the tournament so far. Donnarumma made some huge saves in the Italy-Spain game, but I can't give it to a goalkeeper that plays for a major nation and they're already out to the hands of Switzerland. But yeah, Mamardashvili, that he kept them in the Czechia game, was huge in both the Turkey and the Portugal games, and has been already so good so far tonight. If he doesn't get an elite move, or a move to an elite club this summer, I'd be stunned. 4 saves so far. All 4 have been diving saves. He's just phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. And yeah, as I say, if he doesn't get a move to a big club, I'd be very shocked. No, Chelsea in the market for a goalkeeper apparently this summer, and I know they'll have doubts about his ability to play with the ball at his feet, which is probably why they won't go for him, but such a good shot stopper. And he's young, he can improve with the ball at his feet. If he does that, that's huge. I'm sure Valencia will be keen to hold on to him. Very, very talented goalkeeper, and obviously if they give it another year, they may be able to sell him for a lot of money. I know Newcastle have been interested. But again, as I said earlier, I think they're looking more at James Trafford now, which is a choice. But yeah. Kocharashvili turns nicely. And now they're coming forwards. Lochashvili. Ball through. Nice run by Georgia's Mikhail in the box now. Can he pick out a teammate? Lovely footwork. Ball in the air. Kvaratskhelia goes for the acrobatic attempt. He's not quite going to come off. Nico Williams with a burst of pace. Kakabadze tries to bring him down, but Williams unfazed as he comes forward. He does bring down Kukurea as well. Advantage played. Alvaro Morata now. Williams and Akers has to spot him. Doesn't. Pedri does though. Williams has a chance. Nico Williams shot saved. Wonderful save again from Georgi Mamardashvili. Kukurea now. Could he strike it? Gives it to Rodri. Wide to Pedri. Players in the box now. Goes to Rodri on the edge. He tries to lift that towards Nico Williams. Rodri takes aim. It's there. Spain level. Spain 1, Georgia 1. And if you're going to get it past Mamardashvili, it needs to be a strike like that of the highest quality. Wonderful effort right into the bottom right corner from Spain's defensive midfielder. Rodri steps up to the plate. The kind of player that only scores good goals, and that is another one for his catalogue. Spain 1, Georgia 1, and it felt like that was coming. It felt like a matter of time before the favourites would strike. There is a contention here for offside on Nico Williams within that move. There'll be a contention as well of Morata being in the goalkeeper's eye line there. So VAR is going to check this on multiple fronts. So we'll see. It's a really good goal and it would be a harsh one to disallow. I wouldn't be surprised though. I mean, you've already seen Denzel Dumfries stood in that same sort of position that Morata was and a goal was disallowed because of it. That's Xavi Simons striking the France game. And well, there is a player down anyway. I'm not sure if VAR is having a look at this. Oh yeah, they are. So we'll throw up a VAR graphic for this. Morata gets out of the way. He does nick that, but the question mark will be, does he block Mamardashvili's view? Because if he does, then that is blocking the view from an offside position. So it'll be an interesting one. I think Nico Williams was onside, so that should be fine. The question mark is around Morata. Now, if they stay with, if they keep continuity of what they've done so far in the tournament, then you'd have to imagine this is disallowed, but I don't think it will be. I don't think it will be. Fair enough, though. The goal will stand, I believe. They are finding no reason to disallow it. I think that's fair to be fair. Unfortunately, that is going to be the end of Kiteshvili's evening. He was a warrior in there, to be fair. He looked like a nice addition. They are going to bring on Altanashvili, who's not played an awful lot in this tournament, I don't believe. No, he's not played really at all. He got a minute in the game against Turkey, and he played 24 minutes in a friendly against Montenegro. So, yeah, no idea. But, yeah, Kiteshvili, the end of his evening. Georgia smashed it forwards, by the way. They tried to catch out Unai Simon from kickoff. Hasn't exactly worked. So here comes Spain. Cucurella. But I'm surprised. I would have expected to see Divatashvili come on there. But here is Nico Williams. Sets on him well there, Kakabadze, and then he stops Cucurella putting the cross in. For Georgia now, it's keeping tight. That's got to be the paramount aim for the last few minutes of this half. Get into the break, 1-1. And then regroup, because Spain will try and take momentum from that Rodri goal. Laporte. Here is Nico Williams. Wants to take on Kakabadze. Ball swung in, headed away by Kocharashvili. Now check Vatadze. Will smash it forwards. Laporte unable to put pressure on Georgia's Mikatadze as he's blocked by Cucurella. And then that comes off Altanashvili. Danny Carvajal now. Cucurella. Finds Fabian. It's a sloppy pass towards Nico Williams out of play for a Georgia throw. But yeah, not bad so far from either side. Georgia put up a valiant effort. Spain surviving the early scare seemingly. They'll be hoping to push on now. That's the thing though, look at that goal. It's a counter-attacking goal. A bit of an error from Lenormand. Well, a huge error from Lenormand. Ultimately not something they are going to put too much time into reviewing, I don't think. They have missed a lot of chances though, Spain. I think that'll be the more pressing matter for Luis de la Fuente. Why are they missing chances? But then Rodri taking one from the edge of the box. And that's all it needed. Spain have played well. Georgia have fought hard. I just think that the quality is going to prevail here, and that is a rogue challenge in there from Watchalong and flying in on Alvaro Morata. Hang on, has Morata been booked here? He has. Morata's been booked. Oh yeah, no, that is fair. Watchalong actually went in for a very fair tackle, and it's Morata that has ended up standing on him there. Yeah? Good call from the referee. I'd have called that completely the wrong way. So yeah, respect. Fair challenge from Watchalong. And a little bit messy from Arata. No malice in it, but it will be a yellow card. Dara saying agreed, credit to Georgia. I love when we see these type of teams put up a fight like they have in this tournament. And to be fair, there's not been many teams who haven't put up a good fight. Like Scotland in the Germany game didn't, but they did give Hungary a good game. They did give Switzerland a good game. And that's no mean feat. I mean, look how good Switzerland were last night. Well, yesterday afternoon, really. You look at like Romania. Took Group E by storm. Slovakia almost beat England in the round of 16 stage. Here's Fabian Kukureya. Testament to every team in the tournament that's given it a go. Even Albania in Group B caused a lot of issues. Now, of course, Georgia. One of 3 sides, I believe, at this tournament to have never qualified before. Put one hell of a fight. And they got through the groups. A very difficult group, to be fair. But yeah, just seeing one of Mamardashvili's many brilliant stops in this half. Before eventually Spain found a breakthrough. It weaved through bodies, that shot from Rodri. But it ended up in the back of the net. Where we have a 2 minutes of additional time in this first half. More than enough time for Spain to find a goal if they really want one. But ultimately, I think they'll be content with 1-1 at break. It's not the perfect situation, but it's something to build from. It's something they can improve on in the second half. Kukureya, Fabian. At least they're back level. Williams. Laporte. Now Lamine Yamal. Carvajal. Yamal. Carvajal into Rodri. Carvajal. Ball wide into Pedri. Lamine Yamal. Still coming forwards. It's blocked. Lenormand. Laporte. Drills it across. Rodri. To Pedri. Looks to whip one in. Alvaro Morata. It's headed away from him by Cashier. Nico Williams. Marc Cucurella. It's blocked. Header forwards. Here's Nico Williams again. Fabian. Now it's across to Rodri. Thought he might get up for another shot there. Slightly further away this time though. Lamine Yamal finds Carvajal. Ball in. It's blocked. Really crucial block there from Watchalong. Spain really piling on the pressure as this half draws to a close. Can they find something from this corner? Lamine Yamal. The player over it. It's a ball towards the back post. Headed out for another corner and another chance for Spain to put pressure on Georgia here. This time, the other wonder kid winger, Nico Williams, to deliver it. Good ball. It's not great, to be fair, near post. And then Cucurella ending the half with a nice little volley backwards. So that is half time here in Cologne. Spain 1, Georgia 1. A tightly contested first half. Georgia giving Spain a really good fight. Spain having to fight back from an early goal conceded as Lenormand turned one in his own net. And now we have half time. But yeah, really well taken a strike by Rodri to level things up. But that was a tight one. A really tight first half. Spain weren't able to dominate in the manner that they would have wanted to. I was thoroughly impressed by Georgia's fight and spirit. Not just in this game, to be fair, but throughout the tournament. But yeah, they've brought that again today, and that's crucial. The way that they don't give up. Jump in front of every shot. That for me makes the difference. Because you look at these other small teams that sit in the low block, but they're not quite as regimental disciplined as Georgia are. And they don't have quite as much on the break. But when Georgia do get an opportunity, Kvaratskhelia doesn't stop fighting. Georgias Mikotadze doesn't stop fighting. And they've got enough physicality, but they're also really quick. So they can hold on to that ball just about and then look to burst away with it. And Mika Tadze with the ball at his feet, Kvaratskhelia with the ball at his feet, both really dangerous prospects. And that's why Georgia have taken the fight to Spain in this game. They pick up the ball after a Spain attack, and they can break quickly and with real quality. And that, for me, is the key difference. I think that Georgia are really well set up to play against a team like Spain, a game where Georgia aren't going to have much of the ball, and I think the stats will concur. I mean, yeah, it's 21% of the ball for Georgia. They've completed just 82 passes, but the only stat that matters in football, at the end of the day, is the scoreline, and it's 1-1. So Georgia will be really proud of the effort they put in that first half. Spain relied on something of a wonder strike. It's not really a wonder strike, but a well-taken finish from the outside the box from Rodri. It's not the way they have been scoring their goals in this tournament. A lot of them have been through breaking teams down or a nice bit of individual quality. This was a bit of a pot shot that ended up going in, but they won't care. For Spain, the result is what matters. They've played some really good football. I think they've been somewhat unlucky at times, but yeah, it's been interesting so far. We've seen some good chances for Spain not go in. I think Mamardashvili has played really well again. I think he's, as I say, the best performing goalkeeper of the tournament so far. So yeah, hats off to him, and he's making the difference for Georgia as well. It helps to have a really reliable pair of gloves in between the sticks. Harris is not a bad half. Spain should complete the comeback in the second 45. Exactly. And that's the thing. Spain won't be unduly worried at half time here. They know they've got another 45 minutes to go and get a goal. Georgia's goal didn't even come from one of their shots. Georgia have only had 2 shots in this game. One was an own goal and one was Kotrashvili's blocked effort. But other than that, they've created nothing. 2 shots to 17 in favour of Spain. 0.05 XG to 0.95 XG in the favour of Spain. It's all Spain in that first half, and provided they keep playing the way they are, provided Georgia don't suddenly learn how to play football, Spain should be fine. But Georgia, hats off to them. They've executed their game plan perfectly. They've stopped Spain being able to run away with this game. And so, I think they can take huge pride in that, because they've given a fight to every team they've played at this tournament, and that has not changed. No matter the huge step up in quality in the opponent today, they're still able to fight. And yeah, I think Georgia will be really happy with the effort they've put in. If they could come away from something today, I mean, that would be incredible. But I don't think they'll be holding their breath at this stage. Spain have been really good. And ultimately that is just, at the end of the day, you can just say, well, you know what, they are a really good team. And I don't think they should be embarrassed by that. Has a quality for us at the end of the day. That is true. That is true. Saw it with England earlier today. Very, very lucky England, I should add. Spain are playing well, to be fair. It's just not quite come off for them yet. But yeah. I think, for me, Spain are still my favourites to go all the way. I think that Germany, well, either them or Germany. Germany might edge it just because it's their home tournament. But on raw quality, on raw ability, for me, it's Spain. And those two potentially meeting in the quarter-final stage is a really exciting prospect. It's a shame they won't meet later, but still a really exciting prospect. But Spain can't have any eyes on the quarter-final just yet, because it's still 1-1 in this game. In terms of that second half, is there much that Georgia can do to try and weather the Spain storm? I think it's very much just about staying as they are, really. Just about remaining as disciplined and regimented as they have been. Looking to spring on the counter when they get the opportunity to do so. And yeah, I've been thoroughly impressed by their ability to execute their game plan so far. I think Willie Sagnol will be delighted with how they've managed to fight Spain so far. But ultimately, as the second half starts soon, I think their work will be cut out for them to try and hold on in this game, or try and get any more goals in this game for Georgia. And they're showing clips now from England. I don't really want to think about England, to be honest. Yeah, we won, and that's really good, but God, it was not convincing at all. Really was not convincing. So, yeah. Anyway, not long until that second half. What a tournament we've had so far. Georgia, one of the big shocks of the tournament. Spain, one of the best teams at the tournament. Quite fitting these two meet. But yeah, I've been really impressed by Georgia throughout this tournament. Really impressed with them tonight. I think they've played quite well. They've given Spain a really good scrap. I hope to see more in the second half, really. I think Georgia have got some really quality players. You look across this team, Kvaratskhelia, one of the strongest wingers, or if not the strongest winger in the world right now, especially last season. Really talented footballer. You've got Georgian Mamardashvili, one of the most exciting young prospect goalkeepers right now. You've got Georgia's Mikhail Tadze, who was absolutely phenomenal in Liga and went to the Eredivisie this season to join Ajax. And that transfer just hasn't worked out for them at all. But we saw here, in the build-up to that opening goal, the quality he possesses. Imagine Kakabadze. And the reason that Kakabadze has all this space, and, Kukurea maybe should be tighter to him, but because Georgia play with wing-backs, and so they almost have like a 5 coming forwards, Kukurea doesn't want to come too wide and open up the space. Ultimately there, he should come wider, realise that he doesn't need to be tight because Georgia aren't committing players forward. But alas, it doesn't need to be narrow, you can go and be tight because Georgia aren't committing loads forwards. But it's not a bad thing when they've got, better opponents when they're playing later in the tournament. That's fine. Lenormand should have dealt with this ball. Again, I think he just gets caught in two minds. Can't really work out what he wants to do. And Unai Simon, unable, stranded really in that goal, unable to do anything. So, yeah, then we saw this Rodri goal, initially lifting it to Nico Williams. He was unable to score, cut it back to Rodri. And again, it's a really well-taken finish. That low-driven effort into the bottom left. Quite characteristic of all the goals Rodri scores, really. And yeah, Georgia tried to throw bodies in front of it, but unable to prevent it, unfortunately for them. Really well taken by Rodri. But yeah. Also, I think Georgia will be very happy with what they've managed to do so far. I think they'll be a bit disappointed that they drew Spain, because I think, any other team at this tournament, bar Germany and Austria, probably, I think Georgia give a really difficult game to. They've still taken the game to Spain this evening, but there is just an inevitability about Spain right now that makes it difficult to see past them, I'd say. Other than, they get the potential quarterfinal tie against Germany, I don't really see a team that touches them right now. Maybe Austria, because Ralf Rangnick is a genius and Austria are incredible. But yes, it's really tight. Harry said anything can happen in the second half. That's true. And I don't think we should just assume that Spain are going to win. But I would strongly expect them to. That is what I'll say on the matter. I think they've looked really good throughout the tournament, Spain. And I think that will continue into this game. Into the second half. So yeah. As for Spain, I don't really expect to see any changes in the half time. I don't really see what they would change. I don't think they've looked bad. Spain, they struggle to score goals, but I think that front line is the best you're going to get. Nico Williams with a few good opportunities in there. Lamine Yamal still looking dangerous. And they know if they're still struggling to score come 60, 70 minutes, they've got options off the bench. Mikhail Yarzabal, Ferran Torres, Jose Perez, players that have all come on and look quite decent in the minutes they've had so far. So, yeah, I think the Spain team have nothing too sincere to worry about, but they can't afford to relax in the second half, take their foot off the gas. They have to push. They want to get that goal as soon as possible, because that then knocks any sort of belief out of Georgia. If they can do that as soon as possible, they set themselves up in a really good position. So that will be their goal for the second half. As for Georgia, the game plan doesn't change. Whether they concede, whether they score, whether they do neither, I think the game plan doesn't change. They will more than happily sit back, wait for counter-attacks, look to try and get a goal if they can, but ultimately the paramount focus is to be good defensively. So yeah, I think that they'll continue in that manner and see what they can achieve in that second half. But it's going to be a tough one. Spain are one of the best performing teams at the tournament so far. And as good a fight as Georgia have put up, it's going to be very difficult for them to continue to fight in that same way. But yeah. Anyway. Nice first half. Hopefully we see more of the same in the second. Votes in the poll chat so far then, 17 votes, 71% think Spain are going to win. I think that is a accurate representation, perhaps a little low if anything. Georgia saying, 18% saying Georgia will win, and then 12% think that this game will go to extra time or penalties. Of course, if you are watching along, make sure to leave a like, make sure to get involved in the live chat. And of course, share the stream on your socials, wherever, or, spread it to anyone, share it to a friend, drop it in the family WhatsApp group chat, any of that sort of stuff. It massively helps us out. And yeah, anyone you think would enjoy the show, share the stream with them. But yeah, good first half. Hopefully we see more of the same in the second. But yeah, some odd advert at the moment. Very distracted by it. But yeah, I've been thoroughly happy with what I've seen so far. From both sides, really. Spain still look really strong. Georgia fighting hard, which is exactly what you want to see from Georgia. But yeah. That says, "Make your mind up, Harry." Yeah, he did sort of air. I just look back. He just sort of airs so many different opinions. Especially when to complete the comeback, but anything can happen. Quality prevails at the end of the day, but not a bad half. There's so many opinions. I like to speculate. Fair enough, Harry. That I can't be wrong, but you somehow are. I don't get how you manage it. Anyway. Should be a good second. Should be underway very shortly. Hopefully. But as I say, I'd be surprised to see any changes at the break for either side. I don't think that either side's performance particularly warranted any changes. So yeah, that would be somewhat surprising. And yeah. Remember, we are live again tomorrow evening. 4 more round of 16 ties and another 2-day break. So over the next 2 days, we have France-Belgium at 5 o'clock, then Portugal-Slovenia at 8 o'clock tomorrow. Then on to Tuesday, where it's Romania-Netherlands on Tuesday, 5 p.m. And then in the evening, I think we finish off with Austria-Turkey. That's a game I'm really excited for. So yeah, some really good ones. I'm on the late evening games for both the next 2 days. I think Harry's doing both the 5 o'clocks, and he's joined by Archie for 5 o'clock tomorrow. So yeah. Should be good fun. And then we're into the quarter-final stages. Very, very excited. We already know, of course, England will be on Saturday at 5 o'clock next week. So make sure to be there. Should be a good one. England, of course, confirmed to play Switzerland. Will be a tough game. I mean, if they play like they did today, they will lose 8-0. So need to bear that in mind. But yeah. Then, of course, I think France-Belgium as well tomorrow. If Belgium can actually show up, they've got a good chance. France, I don't know, they haven't really shown much this tournament. We're just seeing loads of angles of this Jude Bellingham goal. Neville and Wrighty celebrating it emphatically. Roy Keane just doesn't care, obviously. And then loads of cleaners and such in the way, but yeah. Been a good game so far. Hopefully we see more of the same in the second half. I think I still remain the same in the opinion that Spain are going to go deep in this tournament. The problem is, of course, Germany lie in their way. And first, they've got to knock Georgia out, which isn't proving an easy task for the Spaniards. So the second half about to get underway here in Cologne. It'll be Georgia to get us started. Georgia's Miko Tadze, once the referee's ready, gets us underway here in Cologne for another 45 minutes of Euros round of 16 action. So, on the ball now, Watchalong. One back by Spain. They've got it high here. Pedri to Morata. Flicks it back. Struck by Fabian. That's a rogue effort. Seen wide by Mamardashvili. Spain there, I think, just not quite in the zone. They won the ball back high. Nice exchange of passes. I don't think Fabian was ready for a shot so early in this second half, and it bubbled wide. Quite a tame effort in the end from Fabian. A very tame effort, not troubling Mamardashvili in the slightest. So Georgia looking to play out now. Ball down the line into Kakabadze. Kakabadze needing an option. Manages to find Chakva Tadze. But he can't keep that in, and that will be a Spain throw. It just feels like whenever they actually have possession, Georgia, and it's not when Spain are out of shape, they just get suffocated so quickly. And to be fair to Georgia, that's been something we've seen for a lot of teams at this tournament. Croatia were one that just couldn't build out at all. Italy the same, just couldn't build out against Spain. They combine an incredible passing style of play, high possession, really good on the ball, with a just unstoppable pressing and really nice out of possession shape, and it's working really nicely. You know, they are one of the stronger teams at the tournament. They're one of the teams who you think could go all the way. That's a big error though. Rodri giving them possession. Mikatadze a little too eager though, and he gives it back to Laporte. He sprinted forward to the ball. Unfortunately for him though, Laporte must managed to get back in there. So here comes Spain. Dani Carvajal into Morata. It's going to take that ball wide. Here is Lamine Yamal. Wants to come inside. Carvajal. Now Morata. Inside to Pedri. Morata. Ball swung in there. Can Cucurella keep it alive at the back post? He does just about. Back post, far side I mean. Ball in. It's a tame ball. Cleared away. Harry says, then I cut... Harry's saying, England are so good at winning other things. The men's are all darts World Cup winners as well. That's what we love to see. Somewhat surprised. Was it Belgium in the final, Harry? But somewhat surprised by that. They are strong though, Smith and Humphries, to be fair. Harry's saying Germany-Spain would be incredible. I genuinely couldn't call that game. There's absolutely no way I'm not on that stream. What a belter that could be. Rodri. Carvajal. Pedri. But yeah, I don't know if me and Harry both could do all the quarterfinals. I imagine we will. Shot from range from Kvaratskhelia. Oh my word, that was close. Oh my word, he almost caught them out there. Kavicha Kvaratskhelia. They broke quickly here, as Georgia have done so frequently. Unai Simon in a high area. Kvaratskhelia notices it, and he strikes it from range. And if that just had a little bit more on it, and was a little bit more accurate, Spain might be in a lot of trouble, but they get away with that there. And again, Georgia looks so dangerous on that counter. With Kvaratskhelia and Mikatadze, they've got two really strong attackers. Players that can really hurt Spain. If Spain keep losing the ball high up the field, they're going to be in trouble. Carvajal. Now Lenormand. That's the thing I love. I don't mind who wins there because I love the underdog story of Georgia, but the thought of having a Germany-Spain quarter-final really excites me. Lamine Yamal trying to carry that ball forwards is brought down in there, and I think that'll be a free kick. Georgia frustrated by it. Spain very much pleased to have this set piece in a good area. Yamal coming inside well. Geared up for the shot. Cashier threw himself at Yamal. Or threw himself into the challenge. Yamal then took it past him. So obviously the ball wasn't there to be won and he just caught the player. So a free kick in a really nice area. Georgia fans watching on. Anxiety-riddled faces in the crowd. Spain, free kick in a good area. We've not seen a direct free kick scored all tournament. And well, you're not going to get a free kick much closer to goal than this. 19 metres. Just outside the 18-yard box. Literally a metre outside the 18-yard box. To be fair, it looks... Nah, it is a metre. I was about to say it looks closer, but I don't think it is. Yamal and Williams over this. Who will take it? It looks like it will be Lamine Yamal. Strikes it well. Huge save. Mamardashvili reacts well. Gets across. And pushes that away from goal. It's going to fall for Pedri now. Spreads it wide. Lamine Yamal. Good ball in. Headed home. And there we go. Spain 2. Georgia 1. Is Fabian offside? No, he isn't. That is Spain taking the lead for the first time this evening. Mamardashvili left frustrated. Not a lot he could have done about that one. Spain taking the lead. Really well executed ball. Lamine Yamal, great effort from the free kick. That was denied only by a magnificent diving save from Georgian Mamardashvili. They recycle it well, Spain. Lamine Yamal loops the ball back in there well. They work it back round, recycling it. Pedri to Yamal. Yamal here. Wonderful looping ball. Fabian judges it well. Heads it at the goalkeeper with such power that Mamardashvili can do nothing to prevent it. It's sort of shot here, and Mamardashvili can't adjust his arm or body to prevent that going in. Spain 2, Georgia 1, Fabian Ruiz with the goal, and I think that's some lovely UEFA fantasy points for me. But yeah, executed excellently that ball from Lamine Yamal, and a really nice finish from Fabian Ruiz. I thought I'd put in Lamine Yamal. I've got Morata though. 6 points from Fabian, 4 from Williams. You love to see it. But yeah, Spain playing some really good stuff, showing themselves to be one of the strongest sides of this tournament, and they've won the ball the pitch again here. Lamine Yamal, and it's just wide. Great chance for Spain to take a cushion in this game. But yeah, and that's Dani Olmo on. I didn't even notice him come on. Have they just done that? Or did he come on half time? That's definitely Dani Olmo though. Yeah, he's literally just run on for Pedri. I didn't show that, but that's an interesting call. Doesn't suggest that Pedri was feeling any sort of discomfort. So I think they have just a personal change in there. Lewis saying my fancy's cooking this week. Who've you got, Lewis? Are you in the TFC league? I don't think many people are, to be fair. I forgot to advertise it anywhere. So yeah, that didn't go very well. But yeah, game set match, says Harry. I wouldn't write Georgia off yet. I never would write Georgia off. A team that just keep fighting. Here's Dani Carvajal. Will carry that ball forwards. Olmo. Now Lenormand. Fabian. Cucurella. Fabian again. Morata dropping in to link up the play. And it is pushed over. But advantage played. Spain with possession still. Marc Cucurella. Fabian. Rodri tries to find Nico Williams but can't. Here though, Spain win it high up the field. Morata turns, lays it off to Yamal, but it's one back, and here come Georgia. Watchalong tries to find Kvaratskhelia. And does. Kvaratskhelia darting inside. Looked dangerous, but he's stopped in his tracks. And now here comes Spain. Fabian Ruiz. Now Dani Olmo. Rodri. Cucurella. Now Nico Williams. Cucurella. Alvaro Morata comes inside, striking it wide. But Spain, still threatening in this game, still looks so dangerous whenever they get the ball. And Georgia, they fought valiantly, but they are looking a little bit defenceless at the minute. A little bit vulnerable. If they could just get through this stage of the game and get towards that last sort of 10 minutes where they'd only need a goal, that would be a really exciting end to the game for them. But they've got to hold on, or they might just score now. They're coming forwards. That's a really shocking pass from Watchalong. We'll see again that Fabian goal. Lamine Yamal, really well executed ball. Fabian heads straight at the goalkeeper, but it's had his midriff. And Mamardashvili, no hope there. House is just about seeing this out for Spain. Very true. They can just get this over the line, they'll be very happy. Marc Cucurella. Here's Fabian carrying the ball forwards. Morata. Holds onto it well. Good challenge in there. And Georgia come away with the ball. Here is Kavica Kvaratskhelia trying to drive forwards here, but it's dealt with just about. Spain have so many players back. Kvaratskhelia is still pressing. Unai Simon, Lenormand, Cucurella. That is a strong challenge from Chak Vatadze. And I think he'd do well to avoid going in the referee's book here. Spain with 2 players down in their own penalty area. And they will pick up a free kick. Carvajal down, holding his head. Cucurella pointing at his ankle. A myriad of complaints here. But the referee doesn't really want to hear them. He's already given a free kick. And doesn't view any more as an appropriate punishment. That's a wild challenge from Chak Vatadze, to be fair. I don't know what's happened there. It looks like someone's lobbed a shoe at on the pitch. No idea what's happening. Anyway. Either that or someone's changed a boot. So, Laporte finds Carvajal. Not a good tackle at all, says Harry. That's a bit rogue from Chak Vatadze. He was never going to get the ball. Don't really know what the motivation was behind that challenge. Lenormand. Felt somewhat malicious. Here is Lamine Yamal, Lotchashvili. Fear in his eyes as Yamal runs at him. And he's stopped there as another player comes across. I think it was Antonashvili. Just getting back in. Now, Cucurella. Williams to Fabian. That's had a break for a Spain throw. If you are enjoying the show and the game, do get involved in the live chat. Tell us your thoughts. And of course, if you're enjoying it a lot, then do hit subscribe because we are live for every single game of the Euros. So do subscribe if you're new around here. And of course, share the stream with anyone you think would enjoy it. Share it on your socials, all that sort of stuff. Spain in possession now. Lenormand. Now it's with Laporte. Cucurella. Laporte. Rodri. Now Cucurella. Fabian. Rodri. Lenormand. Carvajal. Here is Lamine Yamal. Trying to take on Lotchashvili there, but he's stopped and that it does come off Lotchashvili and out for a corner. We've already seen the damage Spain can cause from set pieces, or more specifically the second phase. They go short here and it falls to the edge where Daniel almost strikes it into the first man. Well, it's into a bloke who blocks him. Ball back from Cucurella and Unai Simon has to chest that down. And now goes along with it, looking for Lamine Yamal, headed forwards by Lotchashvili. Carvajal nodding it away from Mika Tadze in there, then Rodri being assertive, taking control of the situation and getting that ball on the deck. Jesus Morata goal would give me a perfect fantasy team. Yeah, I've got Morata, so that would be good. I could do with a Nico Williams goal, a Fabian goal. Would be nice. I've got Danny Carvajal as well. Have a look. Yeah, I've got Danny Carvajal. So if he could do something, that would be lovely. Currently on 37 points. I've still got tomorrow, though, a few players. I've got Pence, Sabitzer and Stefan Posch, all of Austria. And then I've got Saliba and Mbappe, both for France. So, sorry, I think Austria's Tuesday, isn't it? So yeah, a couple of players, though, to go over to tomorrow and Tuesday. I've had a terrible UEFA fantasy, though. I'm like some of the players this tournament. I'm on the beach already. I'm ready for FPL, though, to come back. That's when I put in the work and the hours and whack out the spreadsheets. UEFA fantasy, I'm not putting that effort in. That's a rest from that. Especially with the number of streams we're doing. I just don't have time to even consider my fantasy team. Fabian Ruiz, trying to bring that forwards. Rodri. Lenormand. Now Marc Cucurella. Nico Williams. Here is Lamine Yamal. Fabian, Dani Olmo takes aim. It's blocked. Now here come Georgia. Georgia's Mikatadze. Danny Carvajal. No minnows left in Europe. What do you mean, Dara? As in all the teams left in the Euros are not minnows? I guess if Romania were to beat Netherlands, that would be huge. Who else is relatively small? I think if Slovenia beat Portugal, I think they're both still minnows. Dara. Fabian. Carvajal, ball wide into Lamine Yamal. Now Lenormand plays it wide. In general, I mean, that all the European nations are just so strong. I guess so. I think it's more that all the European nations tend to have European-centric teams, and I think tactically, Europe is ahead of other continents. So, I mean, that's really poor. Gifted of possession, and there it goes closer on Lamine Yamal, but just wide of the mark. So, yeah, that's why I think you look at the coaching standard in the European nations, and I think it's just higher. And I also think a lot of these players obviously have played football in leagues that are better tactically, that are stronger. So they are just able to compete against elite teams a little bit better because they are just a bit more disciplined. And you look at AFCON, for example, brilliant tournament, but the results are all wild. Like, so many goals in those tournaments. The goalkeeping is really poor. It's a fun tournament to watch, but yeah. Chavchatadze and Lotchoshvili coming off, by the way. Davatashvili and Sitashvili coming on as well. Ball forward from Marmadashvili. Kukureya wins the header. Yeah, I do somewhat agree with you, Dara. Obviously, if someone like Andorra or San Marino or Liechtenstein got here, they would be huge minnows. But in general, yeah, I agree. Here is Lamine Yamal. Tries to come inside. Rodri. Fabian, nowhere really to go. Kukureya. Williams. Morata. Williams again. Fabian. Agreed, and that's my point. Yeah, I get it, Dara. I think that level is a lot closer. I think that's the reason I think the Euros, in my opinion, is better than the World Cup. Because while, you lose Brazil and Argentina, huge nations, of course, and I'd say Japan and Morocco, obviously, at the last tournament, I do just think that there are much easier games when you go to the World Cup, especially like the Asian, the African sides, because they tend to have less players that play in Europe. The quality is just like, you look at like Iran at the last World Cup, England tanked them 6-2 in the group stage. And that's entirely pointless. You just don't get games as easy as that in this tournament. The biggest win's 5-1 at this tournament, right? And that was Celtic, who are a side who have a lot of players that play in the Scotland. A lot of players that play in the Scottish Premier League, which in my opinion isn't the highest standard. Or like Championship and stuff. Not many players at that top level. But yeah. Now, what's the next biggest defeat? Would that be Spain, Croatia? Has been anything bigger than 3-0? Has been any 4-0s? I don't think so. Probably Portugal, Czechia, to be fair. Not Portugal, Czechia. Turkey, Czechia. 3-0. Can't think of any 4-0s. But yeah, that was not so long ago. Georgia were minnows, and look at them now. Yeah, and obviously it helps because they've had somewhat of a golden generation come through. Because you've got Kvicha Kvaratskhelia, who's one of the best players, And then you've got Georgian Marmadash. Kvaratskhelia, who's elite. Marmadash-Vili, who's a really good gun goalkeeper. And they've got those key players in the best possible positions, I'd say. You've got one elite attacker, one great goalkeeper, and then some decent players around, set up in a way that means they can compete. If they try to play like Czechia do, where Czechia just aren't as disciplined, they don't have those elite players. Like, they concede similar shots to Czechia, but that goes in against that Hasek bloke. No, was it Hasek? No, Stanek. Hasek's the manager. That goes in against that Stanek bloke. But Marmadash-Vili keeps them out. And then when they do come forwards, it's not Patrick Schick missing chances and Adam Hlozek missing chances. It's Kavica Kvaratskhelia and Georgia's Mikatadze being lethal. So I do think they have had somewhat of a golden generation. Yes, and say Neuer, Minos now, but look at us next Euros. Norway are a disappointment. Yeah, so sorry to say it. I'm sure you agree, to be fair. But they have absolutely no excuse not to be here. Like Haaland and Odegaard, elite players. And then like the rest of the squad is still really decent, isn't it? That Norway team. It's not like they've got nothing. I'm just going to look it up now because I can't exactly remember. What was the last game they played? Friendly against Denmark. Let's have a look at that team. So you've got Neeland in goals, a massive disappointment. But Ryerson, Ayer, Ostergaard, Pedersen, that's strong. And Odegaard, Berger, Thorsby midfield 3, that's strong. And then Bob, Haaland, Noosa. I mean, it's not weak at all. Two of the most exciting young wingers in the world, Bob and Noosa, flanking the best striker in the world, with Odegaard creating chances from midfield. Ridiculously good. And then Sander Berge and Thorsby providing a bit of strength, physicality in midfield. Here's a chance for Georgia, though. Tsitsiashvili just smashes it wide. Yeah, just lack the composure there. Georgia overload the right hand side, opened up space across the field as Kvaratskhelia could then drill it into Tsitsiashvili. Oh, that's a really poor effort. But yeah. On another note, Harry says Danny Murphy is a muppet. Yeah, he's so irritating. It's just he's just so like I saw someone put it best. You know, there's that meme where there's some bloke puts his picture on Facebook and someone comments at least smile or something like that. You can try to smile. I was just in that with Danny Murphy. He's so that he just like everything. He's just so miserable. Like, he doesn't enjoy football. I don't get it. But yeah, Bob and Noosa are very promising. Yeah, well, Antonio Noosa linked to Tottenham, isn't he? For me, that would be a really good signing. And then also Oscar Bob at Man City. Looks super promising. I think that, yeah, as you say, two really strong players there. And from what I've seen of Antonio Noosa at Club Brugge, it is Club Brugge he plays for. From what I've seen, he looks absolutely phenomenal. Fabian, that is a rogue shot. 20 minutes to play here. You would think Spain should win this, but Georgia is still in there, still hanging on in there. If this game does go beyond the 90, somehow I might fall asleep and start crying. Don't know in what order, so look out for that. But I am knackered. I've already streamed once today. That went beyond the 90. Have had no break. Has just shovel pasta in, so I have some sort of substance for this evening. And then, yeah. Anyway, Georgia in possession. Nice turn, and Kvaratskhelia will look to carry it forwards now. Mikatadze. Kocharashvili fighting for it. I really like him. He's an absolute warrior, that Kocharashvili guy. Harry says 27 shots for Spain, 14 on target. I mean, that's absolutely ludicrous. That's absolutely ridiculous. Yeah. Dara says he's a good player, though. What, Danny Murphy? Yeah, I mean, I never had the pleasure of watching him, to be fair. So I can't really comment on that. But, Christ, he's a really boring co-commentator. But, yeah. The problem is, as well, when you have Ali McCoist and Clive Tildesley, and then you go to Sam Matterface and people like that, it's just not as good, is it? Tonight, though, is Andros Townsend, isn't it, on this game? I really like Andros Townsend. I saw what game did he commentate? I think it was his first one. I want to say it was like, did he do Albania Croatia? But Townsend's a really good co-commentator. Andros Townsend, surprisingly so. But no, it's really good to see. Because he just seemed to judge it correctly with how often to interrupt, when to give his take, and when he did, he always said something of value. Danny Murphy just seems to say things. But anyway, here come Georgia. This is a bit... No, playing high-risk football, and we're considering how aggressively Spain are pressing. But they have played out of it successfully. Antonashvili. Ball forward from Kakabadze. And that's smashed out of play. Whatever happened to the Greeks, says Dara? What, at this tournament? Or the side that won 2002? Because I have no idea what happened to them. At this tournament, they obviously got to that playoff, didn't they? They drew 0-0 in normal time with Georgia, which was the weirdest playoff thing ever. Because the two of them basically just didn't want to attack. So they played 120 minutes. Nobody scored because everyone just sat really deep, and it was just so nervy and cautious. And then they went to penalties, and Mamardashvili is incredible. So yeah, Georgia got to the Euros. Yeah, I was saying even against Italy, they had 20 shots, 9 on target. Spain are ridiculous. Spain are absolutely ridiculous. I think Georgia-Spain is going to be... No, sorry, Germany-Spain could be game of the tournament in the cause. Just because I think Spain are going to steamroll anyone else they face at the moment. Unless they lose to Germany. Which is possible. I think Germany are also really strong. Jensen said the Romans conquered the last Greek dynasty in Egypt about 30 BC. Not sure that's what Dara was alluding to, Yellowstone. But just in case he was, we've got a little history lesson there. Here's Carvajal. Really nice stuff. Yamal to Olmo. Back to Lamine Yamal. Tries to square it. It's an own goal. Spain 3, Georgia 1. They should be into the quarterfinals now, but it is flagged for offside. And that's a little bit of relief for Georgia. But yeah, Carvajal gave it to Lamine Yamal. 1-2 with Olmo, and he was just offside, yeah. Just offside. Squares it. Comes off the defender and goes in. But that will not stand. I didn't even get a chance to update the scoreboard before they'd flagged. Looked over at the line and realised the flag was up. Dara says we get Shaka Hislop, Craig Burley and Stephen Nicole as commentators here. Where are you, Dara? I always forget where people are in our streams. America. Also, who are any of those people? Am I showing my age, but I know none of them, I don't think. I recognise the name Shaka Hislop, but yeah. Ball through Mikatadze. Trying to carry it forwards. That's a poor pass from Kocharashvili, and Spain will look to get out of here. Fabian lifting it towards Nico Williams. Spain look really dangerous here as they catch Georgia high. Williams in on goal. Should score. Does score. Spain 3, Georgia 1. They thought they'd taken a cushion a few moments earlier. Now they do. Nico Williams playing so well at this tournament. Takes Spain 3-1 ahead. And wow, they're playing so well. So well. His blistering pace gets him away from the defenders. And he just smashes it past Mamardashvili. Really well taken goal. Nico Williams coming alive on this world stage. What a player. What a special tournament he's having. Magnificent. And yeah, this is quality from Williams. Nothing Mamardashvili can do, really. Just smashed into the roof of the net. Brilliant stuff. Spain celebrating emphatically. They've played well tonight, and their fans merited in such celebrations. Dara saying I was referring to their meteoric demise like Italy. Yeah, I guess. That's quite interesting. I don't know, to be fair. Dara says Phoenix, Arizona. Oh, yeah, of course. Yes, I'm saying, Nico, my fantasy captain. Yeah, I've got Kane on captain, unfortunately. But I do have Nico Williams in my team. So very happy with that. And Fabian assist, right? Should be a Fabian assist. In which case, even more go for fantasy points. What a player, what a goal. He's going to be elite, says Harry. Completely agree. Dara says Hislop was a goalkeeper for Newcastle. I recognise the name Shaka Hislop. Burley, a former striker for Chelsea, and Nicole, a former right back for Liverpool. Now you say it, I do vaguely remember Burley, but nothing that well. Fabian. Laporte. Ball forward in Danny Olmo. Olmo just lifting that to Nico Williams. He's in again here. Comes inside. Danny Olmo. A tame shot. But you just feel that discipline for Georgia's gone now. They've conceded a few. They're starting to tire. And well, Spain turning on the style isn't helping them either. Kocharashvili, nice turn to get out of that tough position. Yamal putting pressure on here. Spain come away with the ball, but that is deemed to be a foul. Two Georgia players hitting the deck after under one challenge from Lamine Yamal. Free kick for Georgia. But Nico Williams' first goal of this tournament, surprisingly, given how quality he's been. Joel says my fantasy captain too. Yeah, nice. Well done. But yeah, Nico Williams, someone I would definitely take at Chelsea next season. Not that we need more wingers, but we don't have a left winger, really. Like, we've got Mihailo Mudryk, obviously. But in competition with him is absolutely nobody. Because Raheem Sterling needs to leave, please, and quickly. And Nkunku can definitely play there, but I think we'll see more of Nkunku through the middle as that central striker, potentially, or in attack midfield. A double change, by the way, Ziv Zavadze, and I didn't quite see who else for Georgia there. Really good, long and complicated name. Unai Simon almost conceding a red card there, really. Grabs the ball, almost slides out of his penalty area, but does well to drop it, go back in his penalty area, and catch it again. So gets away with that one. The referee rightfully waving that away. Rodri. Carvajal. Yeah, Nico Williams, definitely someone I'd take at Chelsea. He can play on either flank. I think he's stronger on the right wing. But he looks so good on the left wing as an inside forward. I'd happily play him there. But yeah, for me, someone I'd definitely be looking at signing. Apparently, we don't want to play his release clause, but 45 million. It's an absolute steal for a player of his quality. I think it's something like that, isn't it? 45 million, 50 million? Definitely someone I'd take at the Blues next season, though. I think he's going to go right to the top. Lenormand. Now Yamal. Finds Olmo. I think they have made a change as well. Spain have not noticed, apparently. Because they seem to have a new left back. Yeah, so I did notice. Granada came on for Cucurella. Oyarzabal on up front. I think Oyarzabal just missed. Oh, sorry, Yamal's just missed there. So yeah, Yamal came forwards. 1-2 with Olmo. And just couldn't quite poke it past Mamardashvili. Out for a corner, though. Not before this double change. That is, that would look like Jesus Navas coming on for Danny Carvajal. Don't know who Jose is. And then Fabian Ruiz coming off, and that is Mikel Merino. Well, that's not Fabian Ruiz coming off. Rodri's had enough. I think. I know, he's just shaking people's hands who come on. No idea. Looked like he was high-fiving people as he left. Anyway. Ball up in corner put in, I think there was a foul there on a Georgian defender. 22 votes in the poll in chat, 77% Spain, 14% Georgia, 9% extra time or penalties. I think that will likely come to fruition now. Harry's saying Yamal could have scored a hatful tonight, keeps missing a lot. Yeah. Again, he's 17. No, not even that, 16. I'm not going to go in on him. He's younger than me. I'm just not going to have a go at him, am I? But yeah. I was thinking with PSG recently. From FC Barcelona. I think that's just Barcelona trying to increase any potential price tag and trying to show the interest in Lamine Yamal. But 250 million, I think they'd be stupid to not take that. I think Yamal would be stupid to go. Equally, he's at not in a great position at Barcelona, a club that don't really have the money to compete. Yeah. I love the stat, though. I just seen a tweet about it. Jesus Navas made his La Liga debut 4 years before Lamine Yamal was born. That's stupid. That's absolutely ridiculous. I mean, yeah, that's you just don't hear of that in football. You have that in like motorsport. With like Ollie Behrman and Fernando Alonso, because Alonso's been around ages, and that's for. Sorry, talk about motorsport as Dani Olmo slots one home. Spain 4, Georgia 1. Emphatic win tonight for Spain. Really well taken goal by Dani Olmo. And they're in cruise control now. I'm not even bothering with the goal graphic, I'll just change it. Goal, there you go, you get the same effect. Anyway. Nice stuff. Spain, they've played really well throughout this tournament. They're just bloody ridiculous. Marino on the header. Full Oyarzabal plays it across. Olmo takes a lovely touch that sends Cassia. And it's slotted in well. Georgia put up a valiant fight tonight, but in the end, Spain proved too strong. I think everyone knew that, though. I think Spain-Germany in the quarterfinals is going to be an absolutely phenomenal game. So we can already start to look ahead now. Because on Friday night, we'll have the opening quarterfinal, the 5 o'clock game, Spain versus Germany. That's going to be incredible. And then on Saturday, obviously, we now know England, Switzerland at 5 o'clock. Friday night, of course, we'll also have Portugal or Slovenia versus France or Belgium. And then the final quarterfinal will be Romania or Netherlands against Austria or Turkey. So yeah, we're getting a really exciting end to knockouts of this tournament. I'm loving the Euros. It's been phenomenal. Ball forwards from Georgia, headed away. Roger will knock that back to his goalkeeper, Unai Simon. Lenormand, Simon. Lenormand again. Football's coming home, says Harry. That is, that's something. Maybe it will. Probably won't. Probably won't, maybe might. Ball forwards from Unai Simon. Ball lumped in the air. Not convincingly chested down. Here comes Spain. Now Nico Williams. Going to drive inside with that ball. Looking so dangerous. Shifts it wide. Jesus Navas lifting it in there. It's over everyone. Oh, sorry, this is Jesus Navas. That must have been Grimaldo. And he's unable to adjust his feet in time there. But he gets a high five from someone, 22 years his junior? Is Navas 38? Or is he 40? Absolutely ridiculous if he's 40. Surely not. Let's have a look. Yeah, 38. 22 years younger. I don't know if that says more about how old Jesus Navas is or how young Lamine Yamal is. I think a bit of both, to be fair. But yeah, if you combine the age of Nico Williams and Lamine Yamal, you'd still be 1 year off Jesus Navas. Ridiculous. Anyway, Spain are happy. Spain have won it. Here is Siteshvili. And well, that sets up an incredible quarterfinal. Spain versus Germany. Arguably the two best sides at this tournament so far. Spain win at heart of the field. Olmo, that's a poor pass. Don't know why he's rushed that. And well, with things like golden boots on the line, you've got to be thinking of goals here. If Williams could get one, he'd shoot himself into the race. At the moment, to be Ivan Schranz, despite the fact he's out. Or Miko Tadze, despite the fact he's out. And they might be thinking, can they get a goal from Miko Tadze here? 4 might be enough to at least be joint. But yeah. Anyway. Ball into the box, and that's headed well over by Georgia. Sorry, that's headed away by Spain. That will be another Georgia corner. But yeah. It's not so satisfying about this Spain team, isn't there? Obviously, it's always fun to watch the big nations struggle or implode, like we saw with Italy, really, this tournament, but with El Shaarawy playing and stuff like that. But watching this Spain side play so well, look so well-rounded, there's something satisfying about that as well. Something really satisfying. They're a really good team. Know what they're doing. Excellent with the ball, excellent without the ball. Rodri. Dani Olmo. Now it's with Jesus Navas. Lamine Yamal, Navas. Lenormand. On the ball now are Spain. Laporte. Trying to carry that ball forwards. Here's Rodri. Plays it wide. Grimaldo knocking it back to Unai Simon. Simon back into Marino. Marino finds Yamal. He's going to knock it back to Laporte. They look so comfortable in possession now. Spain just racking up the numbers, really, the passes, the possession. If they could find another goal, they'd love that. It'd make their win look even more emphatic. Either way, the nature of it has been just as controlled, just as dominant as all their other games. Nico Williams comes inside. Good strike, but it's blocked. He's hungry for more in this game. Lamine Yamal. And that's the key thing, isn't it? Spain want to keep going. Spain want to just tear teams apart. Toy with the opposition. Lamine Yamal coming towards the box now. Plays it across. Dani Olmo takes aim, and it's straight at goalkeeper Mamardashvili. Saved well. Yes, and says if it ends 5-1, this will be my first right prediction in the Euros. I heard 3-0 tonight, I think. Didn't think Georgia would score, to be fair, so good shift. But yeah, Karakedi, welcome to the stream, by the way. Good to see you. So 3 minutes of additional time in this game. It's been a good one. Yeah, nice way to end the evening after what was a very drab affair earlier today between England and Slovakia. Rodri. Now Marino finds Lamine Yamal. He tries to take on Siteshvili. But he's deemed to have found him there, and that will be a free kick to Georgia. But as I say, Spain are home and dry now. They've played well here. They've played really well here. And yeah, they are definitely a lot of people's favourites for the tournament, and rightfully so. Some excellent football. Olmo flicks that towards Oyarzabal, unable to get that under his control. Marino winning it high. Now here comes Spain. Yamal. Ball forward, Dani Olmo, that's blocked. And now it is with Lamine Yamal. He's been dragged down there. A little bit of a confrontation. The Georgian player has committed a foul, offers a hand to Lamine Yamal. Yamal not taking it. Harry saying petulant from Yamal, refusing to shake the Georgian's hand after a tackle. Yeah, there was a bit. Again, though, petulant, meaning childish. Understandable, he's 16. But yeah, that did feel, shake his hand, respect. But yeah, here's Lamine Yamal. Now Jesus Navas, nice stuff from Spain, well worked routine across the box. Nico Williams almost meeting at the back post. Just gets shoved down there, ball back into the box, headed on goal, and it's onto the top of the goal. And Williams down, he did get a bit of a nudge there from behind, and he's in a bit of discomfort. I'll be hoping it's nothing serious. He just seemed to reach for it, and that is... He's planted his leg all wrong there and then been caught on the other one, but he seems to be absolutely fine. Not long left to play anyway. But yeah, Nico Williams, what an evening. What a player. We're just seeing a replay of that goal, wonderfully taken. Harris has won on Spain, convincing performance, force to be reckoned with, definitely so. 4 goals in the round of 16 stage, nothing to be scoffed at. A really strong performance, and that is full time. Spain 4, Georgia 1. Really good stuff from Spain. They look like a very well drilled, very well organised outfit. Looks more like a club side than a national team. So tactically inept. So well drilled, and they execute it wonderfully. So Spain will progress through into the quarter-final stage where they will meet hosts Germany. What a tie that is set to be. As Harry says, though, what a tournament for Georgia. Huge respect to them because they fought Spain for 45 minutes here. Unfortunately for them, though, overwhelmed eventually in that second 45. Yeah, I'll be very intrigued to see how far Spain can go in the tournament, but Germany is going to be a really, really difficult game. But yeah, that is everything from us today. We're back tomorrow, of course, with live streams. Again, I'm not here at 5 o'clock, but it will be Harry and Archie at 5. So join them for France-Belgium. Then it'll be back with me and Harry tomorrow evening with Portugal versus Slovenia. But yeah, that is everything from us today. Go and check out the videos as well from Friday and Thursday where we spoke about our group. We reviewed the group stage and previewed these round of 16 games. So you might want to skip through the first half of the round of 16 video, but definitely watch the games we haven't done yet. But that's everything from us today. Thank you guys very, very much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.